Welcome to the June 3rd edition of the Highlander View. I'm Larry Corwin, along with Bill Maller. The month of May contained many news stories around Governor Livingston, and we're here to bring you these events. Later in the show, we'll hear from Jen Goldwaith with some news on the junior-senior prom, along with interviews with Employee of the Month Mr. Shofi, Student of the Month Laura Koch, and the graduating seniors. But now to Bill with some news on the year's 8-period day.
Our top story for the month of May deals with Governor Livingston's 8-period day. As many of our viewers already know, the 1997-98 school year will consist of an 8-period day, unlike the current 7-period day, which runs on a 6-hour and 28-minute schedule. Amy Chen, co-editor of the Highlander, Governor Livingston's official school newspaper, expressed the thoughts of the students in the May 16th issue of the Highlander. An excerpt from her article reads, "On Thursday, May 1st, the Highlander distributed a survey to all homeroom classes regarding the new, longer school day. A significant 81.5%, which is 405 students, of those surveyed felt that the 8-period day would not be beneficial to Governor Livingston. Next year, only 12.9%, 64 students, of the students have opted to enroll in an additional academic course, while 84.3%, 419 students, plan to take an elective, study, late arrival, early release, or haven't decided what to do with an extra class. The 419 students who chose not to take an additional challenge may be looking to increase their credit quota without increasing their workload." Later, the article reads, "The administration at Governor Livingston and the Berkeley Heights Board of Education have yet to make any formal announcement about the 8 periods. Thus, the Highlander, school board meeting attendees, and the selective membership of the Committee on School Issues have been the only vehicles for disseminating information about the changes proposed for September 1997. The Highlander realized that the 8-period day will probably become a reality next year. However, they presented their findings of the school-wide survey to the Board of Education at its May 8th meeting. The board was pleased with their attendance and will further look into the subject, along with the consideration of student reactions." Larry, how do you feel about the 8-period day next year?
I feel I'm a bit lucky because I'll be a senior. I only have to deal with it for a year, and I'm not going to be taking an additional academic course.
What are you going to take?
I'm taking another elective. So
That's good. What class are you going to take?
it'll be sociology and psychology.
Okay, now let's go to Larry with some information on May's Student of the Month, Laura Koch.
As the president of the Environmental Club, May Student of the Month Laura Koch ran the Passaic River project that took place on Tuesday, May 20th. She also helps run the recycling program here at Governor Livingston, along with being the editor of the Lit Mag. Laura will be attending the University of Virginia in the fall, and now talks with Steve Avitsky about her high school career.
Hi, I'm Steve Avitsky, and I'm here with May Student of the Month, Laura Koch. How are you doing, Laura?
Good. How are you, Steve?
I'm all right. Well, I want to ask you a few questions about your award. So, how were you notified?
Well, I guess it was a couple of days ago, Mr. Jones called me aside and he sort of whispered in my ear that I was Student of the Month. It was kind of funny. He kind of kept it on the lowdown until it was announced, and then my name was put up in the board and stuff.
How did you react at first? Did you tell your friends or?
No, I was really surprised. I didn't expect it at all. I think it was kind of cool because it's in May, so it brings a sort of closure to my senior year, which is pretty nice.
Okay. Tell me, how are you involved in the environmental club in school?
Well, the Environmental Club is one of my main interests here at Governor Livingston. I've been president for the 2 years, and we do a lot of stuff. Like, mostly we run the recycling here at GL. Like, you know, those big blue bins and the can bins and stuff like that. We have to make sure it all gets recycled, and we try to keep the cafeterias, you know, empty and stuff like that.
Okay. You do a lot with the Passaic River project. What exactly do you do?
Yeah, that's part of my G&T project. Is I run the Passaic River project, which is something we do with the kids down at Columbia Middle School. And what we do is twice a month, the first and third Tuesday of every month, we go out and test the Passaic River, and we do like pH, water testing, and we take a survey of the site, and then we bring all the samples back, and it's a good thing, and I think it'll last like over several years.
Okay, what sports are you involved in at school?
In the fall, I run cross country, I swim in the winter, and I run spring track.
Didn't you receive an award recently?
Yeah, I'm the scholar athlete, or one of two, from Governor Livingston for Union County. So.
Okay, what do you do with the Lit Mag?
This year, I was one of the editors of the literary magazine, which is put out. We've only put out 2 issues so far, but there's 2 more issues coming. So we just publish poetry and short stories and artwork and stuff.
Okay, my last question for you is, what are you planning to do when you graduate from GL and in your future?
Well, next year I'm going to the University of Virginia down south where it's warm, and I'm thinking I'll major in environmental science or biology, maybe English. I'm not really sure.
I'm Steve Avitsky here with May Student of the Month, Laura Cook. Back to the studio.
May's Employee of the Month was Mr. Shofi, GL's easygoing gym teacher. Mr. Shofi has been at Governor Livingston for 21 years and will be moving to Kenilworth to teach next year. As a football coach at Johnson, lacrosse coach, and track coach, he enjoys teaching young adults in the world of sports. Now to the interview with Larry. Oh well.
All right. Hi, I'm Larry Corwin, here today with Employee of the Month, Mr. Shofi. How you doing today, Mr. Shofi?
Good. How you doing?
All right, let's just start off by telling us what you do here at GL.
I teach phys ed and assorted other things.
All right, do you coach any sports?
Well, I coach at Johnson. I've coached football at Johnson for about 21 years now, and I coach lacrosse. I've coached lacrosse in Clark, and also in bowling and track and a bunch of other things. I do most of my coaching down at Clark.
All right, do you seem to enjoy coaching or teaching more?
I like them both. I don't think I'd give up one for the other. I like the school day. I like the interaction with the kids and everything that happens there. And coaching, of course, is a real rewarding thing. And if you're a competitive person, that's really something that you enjoy.
All right, a lot of us around school and gym, we see you as like a really swell guy in gym and stuff. Are you a lot different as a coach? Or?
I don't know. I think I'm pretty easygoing. I coach the offensive and defensive line in football, and there's a lot of times that you have to be demanding, to get things done. But I think the bottom line is you got to be having fun. The kids have to be having fun, and the coaches have to be having fun, or you really shouldn't be out there. So I try to make it as much fun as I can.
All right, getting outside of school, I heard something about singing rumors or an album.
That's kind of. I was trying to keep that under the rug, but yeah, I was in the music business for a long time ago, and I haven't done anything in the music business for about 15 years. But I did record an album about almost 20 years ago now, and somehow it materialized up here in Berkeley Heights, and the kids found out about it, and I haven't heard the end of it yet.
All right, is this your first time as Employee of the Month?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it?
Oh, honored. It's a tremendous honor, especially considering the company that it puts me in with. Yeah. No, it's really nice. It's a nice gesture. It's a nice way to go out. I'll be going to Kenilworth next year, and it's a nice way to leave GL, and yeah, I really appreciate it.
All right, do you find teachers or students treating you differently now, or
no,
basically?
No. I mean, everybody's been real nice to me here. Like the 2 years that I've spent here, I've really enjoyed it. The kids are great, and faculty and staff are great, and everybody's just been real nice, and this is just an extension of that.
All right, besides moving to Kenilworth next year, do you see anything else in your future? How many years will you teach?
I have 2 young kids, so I'm going to probably be teaching for a long time yet. I've been teaching, I think this is my 21st year. I'll probably be teaching another 20 years, or at least as long as I have been teaching. And it's a challenge going to Kenilworth. I'll miss leaving here. I really will. I've really enjoyed it here. I really like the kids a lot here, and I'm going to miss them. But it's a challenge to move on.
All right. It's been an interview with Employee of the Month, Mr. Shofi. I'm Larry Corwin. Have a nice day.
In sports news, softball and baseball concluded extraordinary seasons in the spring. At 22, 3, and 1, softball finished 13th in the state, first in the county, and became the first Union County tournament winner in school history. Baseball finished 18 and 6, earning the 6th spot in the county. Both teams advanced to the semifinals of the sectionals in the state tournament, but neither was able to move past this point. Larry now is a feature on the Blood Drive, a recent event at GL for 17 and 18-year-olds.
The Blood Drive, which took place in the second week of May, was ran by the student government and gave 17 and 18-year-olds the chance to donate blood at Governor Livingston. Do you give blood, Bill?
No, I'm only a sophomore. I'm just 16, so I won't be able to donate blood for another year.
Do you plan to?
Yes, if I have the chance, which is most likely, I will.
It's really a very good cause because it gives people going into surgery and people needing blood transfusions the blood necessary to sustain life.
Did you donate blood?
No, actually I'm only 16, but
Oh, you are too?
Yeah, next year I'm planning on donating blood. Yeah, you see, they receive drinks and cookies
There's
to go with
Jeff
their
Wolfen
T-shirts.
and a few other students from Governor Livingston. This is at the girls' gymnasium.
We had a big turnout this year. Were you surprised at all? Or?
I really didn't get to see any part of the event, so I didn't find out. Three members of next year's student council had the chance to chat with the Highlander View about the recent election and express personal thoughts on their achievements. These three consist of Vice President Brian Nagaki, who wants to put the fun back into school, Treasurer Thaisa Welhash, who plans to be in a Mentos commercial and learn Chinese before her high school career is over, and Recording Secretary Anne-Marie Grillo, who doesn't plan on making crazy promises like soda gushing out of the water fountains at GL.
A junior who ran for student council. Brian, what position did you run for?
I ran for student council vice president.
And what responsibilities do you have as vice president?
As vice president, you help make decisions, bring things up at meetings. You're the acting president of the
Marie Grillo. This is another junior who ran for student council. What position did you run for?
I ran for recording secretary of the executive board.
And what responsibilities did you have?
Basically, the title kind of speaks for itself. I record everything that happens at the meetings and take attendance, keep track of points, things like that. And of course, I have to contribute a lot to the executive board. Basically, help organize all the events, get DJs for dances, and organize class clash a lot.
Mm-hmm. Welhash, she's another junior who ran for student council. Taisha, what position did you run for?
I ran for treasurer of the executive board.
Is there any goals you want to accomplish next year?
I have some certain ideas about new fundraisers, like we're having a new track, thinking of a walkathon to help the booster club or something, and like a charity box and stuff like that. Should be fun, and we have a good
Memorial Day weekend, which started Friday, May 23rd, featured the junior-senior prom at the Short Hills Hilton. Jen Goldwaith talked with seniors Maria Carulli, Heather Fresco, and Jody Ween days prior to the event to ask them about their preparations. 322 students at GL attended the prom, while Mike Borsellino and Kaori Hirano earned the honors of prom king and queen. Larry, did you go to the prom?
Yeah, it was very nice. Had a great time.
How was the Short Hills Hilton?
I thought it was a really nice place to have the prom.
Mhm.
Spacious. Food was decent.
Who'd you go with?
I went with Carrie Spiros.
Mm-hmm. So overall, it was a pretty exciting
Yeah,
event.
great night.
Let's go to the clip now.
Interviewing Maria Carulli, a junior at Governor Livingston. Maria, I was just wondering if you're planning on attending the prom this year.
Yes, I'm going to go to the prom. Me and Jen are going to sit together at the same table. I'm so excited. Yeah!
So what made you decide you wanted to go to the prom?
Well, it's my junior prom, and our money, like the money that we have this year, I don't know.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it was a lot. So I heard we were going to have a really good prom, and it's the last prom that me and Jen can go together. So, I don't know, we're going to go and have fun.
So have you ever been to a prom before?
No, this is my first one, so I'm excited.
Do you have any expectations about how it's going to be?
I heard from a lot of people last year, like, I don't know, it wasn't that great, but those were mostly the guys that said it wasn't good. But I don't know, a lot of the girls said it was fun.
Well, you know we're going to have fun.
Yeah, me and Jen always have fun.
So,
Knives.
knives. So do you have any idea how much money you're going to spend on this prom?
Oh my god, I can't even, like, I don't even know.
We're going to, like, rent a car for 5 days and everything?
Yeah, I know. My dress was, like, a lot.
How much?
That dress was, like, I think $160, $200, and I got $100 off. I was, like, all excited.
Yeah.
And then I still haven't gotten my shoes yet, and my purse, and I don't know. And there's, like, the
Well,
corsage.
do you have any special plans for after the prom? Or do we have any special plans?
You know, we really wanted to go down to the shore and rent a car and everything, so I don't know. I hope my dad lets me go. I'm gonna have to bribe him.
And we're going to have a good time with our prom dates.
Yes, we're gonna have a party.
Interviewing Heather Fresco and Jody Ween, two seniors. Are you guys planning on attending the prom?
Yes, we are.
You are? What made you guys decide you wanted to go to the prom?
Well, I want to go because I just want to know what it's like. You know, I like to get dressed up. I didn't go last year, so I want to go this year.
Have you guys ever been to a prom? Ever?
Yes.
You have?
Yes, I went to junior prom.
Are you getting excited?
Yeah. No.
You're not?
I don't have a dress or anything yet.
Do you guys have any idea how much money you're going to spend, like, in total on this prom?
No, I didn't. At least, the least amount as possible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. Well, do you have any special plans for after the prom? For the weekend?
I'm going down the shore.
Yeah.
Going down the shore probably.
Well, I hope that you have a really good time.
Thanks.
I'll see you
Thanks,
there.
Jen. I hope you have fun too.
Yeah, see you there.
As the seniors at Governor Livingston get set to move on to college or other directions, a few took time to leave underclassmen with a little advice. Laura Cook, Jody Ween, Tim Byrne, Anthony Kuzo, Rob Buckley, Jen Goldweath, and Tom Tankard all say farewell to the school in the next piece of video.
Goodbye, seniors. Good luck next year.
1997.
Goodbye to my friends and good luck to 1997.
And I got a few things. Peace to man, woman, and child.
I just want to say good luck to all the seniors next year and goodbye to the school.
I'd say the class of 97.
Yeah, good luck next year, guys.
Are you gonna do an interview?
Just always remember me when you're partying.
I want to say goodbye to all the seniors that I know. And I hope that you have a really good future. And I hope to see you before you leave.
Yeah! And all the seniors, and good luck. And I just want to say goodbye to my best friend Maria Curley. I'm going to miss you, and I hope you have a nice senior year. Bye.
Goodbye and good luck.
Say goodbye to Heather Fresco, and I'm gonna miss my arms right here.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. I'm leaving you, so.
The Italian and Latin National Honor Society inductions took place 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, May 20th. 27 Italian students and 20 Latin students were inducted into their respective societies. Requirements for this honor include a 3.75 minimum average, as well as enthusiasm in foreign cultures and extracurricular activities. Mrs. Hedges, GL's Latin teacher, and Mr. Jones were in charge of the event.
We're going to induct 20 Latin students and 27 Italian students into their respective honor societies. These 47 students have demonstrated excellence in academics, involvement in language-related extracurricular activities, and enthusiasm for the studies of foreign cultures. These are students who have maintained averages of A or better for the 1996-97 school year and have met the criteria set forth by each national organization. They are students who deserve recognition for these accomplishments. Therefore, without further delay, I'd like to begin by introducing Mr. Jones to say a few introductory words.
Good morning. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to our Italian and Latin Honor Society induction. The students before you represent some of the finest foreign language students Governor Livingston has. And the reason I say some is because we also have students taking we also have students taking French and Spanish that are not represented here this morning. Our students, your children, have done an outstanding job in their coursework by maintaining a 4.0 average, which has already been stated in the first 3 marking periods. And the thing that you have to keep in mind is that the freshmen who are in, say, Latin 1 or Italian 1, in order to stay in the Honor Society next year, have to maintain these grades. So this isn't a, once you're in, you're in. This is something that is going to be continuing each and every year.
Someone once asked the archaeologist Robert Bull, professor right here from Drew University in Jersey, why do you fool around, why do you fuss so much with digging up the past? Where will that get you? Rummaging around in old ruins and so on. And I love the way he put it. He said, I dig to find out who I am, because the more you probe back into how the human race evolved and developed to what we are today, the more you understand your small role in the big picture. The more I go to Italy, the more I realize who I am. And so I studied Latin and Italian, and I teach Latin and Italian, and I write about the place to find out who I am.
David Cardillo. Anthony Clemente.
Recently, Christy Huff viewed Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery for Highlander Cinema. She reported that Austin Powers is as spirited and sappy as the Brady Bunch movies, yet is so unusual that it is appealing to people of all ages. Mike Myers stars as Austin Powers, a British secret agent with bad teeth who was frozen in 1967 when his arch enemy, Dr. Evil, also played by Myers, propelled himself into outer space in a rocket, promising that when he returned, he would take over the world. Now Powers has frozen himself and his cat, and agreed that after he is de-iced, he'll find Dr. Evil and destroy him. 30 years later, Dr. Evil returns and Austin Powers is de-iced. Both men are in for a shock. The world has moved on and they're out of touch with reality. Fortunately, Dr. Evil and Powers are gradually taught the essentials of life. CDs don't work with record needles, and $1 million ransom will no longer be taken seriously. Worst of all, once a ladies' man, Powers is now considered a relic of the past with his free love mentality, frilly shirts, and velvet suits. Fortunately, Powers' sidekick, Vanessa Kensington, played by Elizabeth Hurley, will try to set him straight, or at least teach him the need for toothpaste and dental floss. After both Powers and Dr. Evil have realized that the 90s aren't the 60s anymore, they're once again ready to fight to the end. Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, is a hilarious movie that keeps you chuckling in the entire hour and 27 minutes you're watching it. The film's single-mindedness is so enthusiastic, it is hard to resist. Now we have a story about the seniors. The freshmen. In contrast to the seniors, a few freshmen gave their outlook after their first year at GL. Matt Strenzak, Janet Yu, Christy Huff, Gina DeCastro, Leslie Gay, Tice Gunther, Fred Williams, Cassie Giussuli, Drew Walter, John Bonacci, and Katie Kohler highlighted the time they spent here.
Matt, I just wanted to know if you liked your first year at GL.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it was better than I thought it would be. Fun, met a lot of new people.
Was everybody nice too? And
Yeah, not no problem.
so, is there anything that stands out in your mind?
Yeah, I thought freshman football was a lot of fun. I met a lot of new people.
Well, that's good. Good luck next year.
Thanks.
Janet, you're another freshman at Governor Livingston. Janet, I just wanted to know if you liked your first year here.
Yeah, it was fun. I got really involved in a lot of the clubs, so I spent most of the time at this school. So I just like to get out of the house, and it's much easier than I thought. It was like, we didn't really do that much work in class, and we just like basically fooled around.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Well, that's good. Thank you. We have a freshman at Governor Livingston. Christy, how did you like your first year at Governor Livingston?
It was fun. It went by really fast, a lot faster than I thought it would.
Was it hard, or did you get a lot of work? Or?
It was a little bit harder than middle school, but it was more fun because they had more activities.
Did you meet a lot of new people? They were very nice.
Yeah, mountainsiders were really nice, and I got to meet a lot of new people.
Well, that's good. Thank you. Good luck next year. From another freshman at Governor Livingston. Dan, how did you like your freshman year?
I thought it was pretty nice. People were fairly nice this year. It wasn't anything like I had been told it would be before. It was a nice year.
Did you say anything that stood out in your mind about your freshman year?
Not really. Other than the school is a lot bigger than the middle school, and you get lost a lot more.
Okay, well, thank you. This is Leslie and Gina. How did you guys like your freshman year?
It was good. It was fun.
You liked it?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I liked it.
Was it different from Columbia?
And Deerfield? Yeah.
Deerfield. You guys went to Deerfield?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot different. Yeah, there's more work. No, I like it better than Deerfield. A lot better.
Was there anything that stood out in your mind about your freshman year?
No, not really, except for the fries at lunch.
I don't think there was really anything that stood out.
Was everyone nice?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Mostly.
Well, thanks. He's a stud freshman boy at Governor Livingston. And I just wanted to know if you liked your freshman year.
No, it was pretty bad.
You didn't like it at all?
No. Teachers.
You didn't like the teachers?
Nah.
What
You
else?
got 3 years left.
I don't know. Everything's just bad.
Everything?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I'm just like
I
getting lost
agree.
a lot and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like my freshman year either. All right, well, let's go.
All right.
All right. Fred, Drew, and Cassie, how'd you guys like your first year at Governor Livingston?
It was pretty interesting.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it, but I still haven't found the pool yet. It's okay.
A lot different from junior high. It's been fun.
How about you?
A lot different.
It's great. Was everybody nice and?
Yeah.
Yeah. What stands out in your mind the most? Does anything stand out in your mind?
The class is pretty cool.
Yeah, class.
Yeah, that was fun.
Class class. What about you?
Class.
You guys like that?
Yeah.
We'll probably be doing that every year. Okay. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
B and Katie, freshmen at Governor Livingston. How did you guys like your freshman year?
Great.
You liked your freshman year? Yeah. How about you? Yeah, it was. So, is there anything that stood out in your mind about your first year?
Not really.
It was great.
Added
Added sorts.
Nothing really great.
Is everybody nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Some
great.
of them were mean.
Well, that's good. All right, thanks, guys. Eugene, he's a freshman. Governor Livingston, but I call him Sushi because that's his nickname. And Sushi, I just wanted to know if you liked your freshman year at Governor Livingston.
Freshman year was very exciting. It was very different from Columbia.
Yeah.
And
Was it better, do you think?
yeah, I hated Columbia last year. All the teachers always gave me detentions. This year, teachers are nicer. More freedom. More freedom.
So, is there anything that stood out in your mind about freshman year?
Well, I make a couple of new friends from outside, so it's more exciting. More people.
Thank you for joining us for our final newscast of the year here at the Highlander View. Join us next year as we strive to continue our 3rd year of news production. For Larry, our former co-host Allison, and the rest of the crew here at GL Studios, I'm Bill Mailer for the Highlander View. Have a great and enjoyable summer.